folks, welcome to edition number 2 of Tales from the Deep North. We are the Scally Line, Fred Keller. Yeah, that's me. And this is...
I'm Tim.
Thanks for dropping by again. Today we're going to be talking about, a river.
Yeah, you ever been whitewater rafting?
I have not. Have you?
Just once, and I was very bad at it.
Yeah, I assume I would be very bad at it. I've been canoeing a bunch, but never whitewater rafting.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about where to find good rapids,
Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah, all the mountain states.
Yeah.
But if you were living in the deep north, you might be thinking sandstone.
You should be. You
Hinkley?
should be thinking
Area?
sandstone, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a small park, Banning State Park, up by me. Exit 195, right off of Highway 35. It's an absolutely gorgeous park. It's one of the top destinations for fall colors. And it has a river that looks like it was transported from the North Shore. It runs through an odd geological anomaly, which is old sandstone. So it's got cliffs and it's got rapids. And during the spring, when the snow is melting, is one of the only places in Minnesota for Class 4 rafting and kayaking. The cliffs are great for ice climbing too in Robinson Park. But we're going to stick with Banning. You ever been up there, Tim?
Yeah, and they got all these cool kind of relics from the era when they used to use that park to load lumber.
No, quarry. It was all stone quarry, yeah. That's why the cliffs have these lines, drill marks. As they drill down, they put the dynamite in it and blow an entire section of the cliff off. That's another song.
But all that stuff's still there. It's cool to walk around, and you can, the buildings are all there, and you can kind of see, what the operation was like. That's
sure.
part of the park. But you were actually commissioned by the Smithsonian to write a song about this.
The organization that has R.G. Bunker's chair and Fonzie's jacket commissioned me to do a little work. So back in the days we're talking about, before like say 78, the river was in trouble. But during the 80s into the 90s, a group of locals made it and had it designated a wild and scenic river, which means development had to be kept back. The water quality was improved. It's gorgeous now. And a few years back, the Smithsonian Institute has a program called Museums on Main Street. And they brought that to Minnesota. They brought it to 7 communities, small towns. The idea was to highlight water. They called the project Waterways. And each community focused on a particular waterway, a river, a lake in their community. Mine was the Kettle River. And the science was done by the DNR and other people, but I got to do the cultural aspect. They sent me around up and down the river, and I got to interview people and talk to them and hear their stories about growing up on the Kettle or moving to the Kettle River or whatever experience they had. I talked to the Mille Lacs Band, I talked to folks all over the place. It was great. And by the end of the project, we didn't have a song. There was no kind of musical accompaniment. So I decided to come up with something. It's, what would you call it? Style.
Kind of a Tin Pan Alley, kind of a 20s, 30s thing.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about right. So here it is, drifting down the Kettle. And if you feel like playing along, you just add a little mouth trumpet. We do this at shows. So come on out, you can feel the saliva. But it's just...
That should be a t-shirt.
Yeah, we should. Oh, man.
Scally Line, feel the saliva.
I like that. It's just a little... that kind of a thing, all right? So here we go. A 1, a 2, a nice and easy. Down the Kettle in a leaky canoe with you, floating like a pebble in a leaky canoe with you. Well, I've bailed out all of my cares and woes, I've washed them up on the bank. Well, drifting down the Kettle in a leaky canoe with you, only you. Hear the names of the rapids off, we'll glide down Blueberry Slide.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, see you next time here on Tales from the Deep North with the Scally Line. Never do that gun to me.